instead of you buying things on credit, you keep buying things on cash, and you build your credit system so that at the time you need cash to buy any in terms of asset or even consumables, you are able to get it easily because you have a good credit system. Today, I want to talk about two key issues that the president talked about. They talked about one, so we need to build a credit system. What do you mean by credit system? Credit system is like what is obtained all over the world, whereby they look at your how much you are earning, how much you are spending, then how much loan or facility you can get from the bank. So most Nigerians, we are not used to credit system because all our life we have been used to providing everything for ourselves. So credit system is a system whereby you'll be able to borrow money from the bank at a very cheap rate, either for consumables, or maybe sometimes you want to buy cars, or you want to buy a house. So what happens is that by the time you want to buy a car, or you want to buy a house, or you want to rent a house, they go and look at your credit system to see, are you owing any company? One. Then based on your credit system, we determine how much they are going to give to you. So in some people in developed countries, instead of you buying things on credit, you keep buying things on cash, and you build your credit system so that at the time you need cash to buy any in terms of asset or even consumables, you are able to get it easily because you have a good credit system. And when you use credit system also help in terms like in abroad, when you want to rent a house, people, the landlord will go and look at your credit system to be sure that you will be able to pay the rent. So that also will help a landlord and also help tenants. So some landlords will want to get tenants that they know that they have good credit system. That means they pay their fee or whatever they are supposed to pay, they pay it on time. So that will help their credit system. So it's saying that we will have to build a credit system. That means it will come a point, it's not based on how much liquidity you have in your bank account that determine whether you buy a product, that determine whether they will give you a house, or that determine whether you buy a car. They will only look at your credit system. That your credit system is telling us your inflow and outflow and how much you earn and how you've been able to organize your money in terms of your expenditure. So what I'm saying in essence is that it's time for you to begin to make sure all your transactions pass through your bank account. Every purchase that you are doing it electronically or digitally to make sure that you have a system where that they can check on your credit system to know that you have good cash flow and you pay for things when you are supposed to pay for. And unfortunately also, if you are those people that are used to collecting loan without paying, it's not the time that you might not be able to get loan again. Because when they look at the credit system, they will say this one is a bad debtor. He doesn't pay loans, so they will not give it to you. So most of you that start collecting loans from loan shark, it's time for you to desist from collecting loan from loan shark. If you think there will not be an implication, there will be an implication going forward now. We already have a credit system. We already have a credit bureau in Nigeria. But unfortunately, that credit bureau is not as efficient and effective as it should be. So what the president is saying that we'll make it more efficient and effective so that we begin to rate people, and the better credit rating you have, the better loan you can receive to do your business and also to buy consumable in your house. So I'm advising everybody, please make sure you build a very good credit system. Another thing you need to know about the incoming administration is that whether you like it or not, if you look at the antecedent of Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he was governor of Lagos State, and if you look at Nigeria, we don't have funds, we've not been able to have money to do a lot of our projects, and then you look at how is government going to get revenue. You need to know that government is going to be very strict on their taxes. Yes, taxes. When he was governor of Lagos State improved in their tax collection. And he's taking that to the federal level, definitely. He wants to see an improvement in tax. If there's one area that Nigerian government has not really done so well, it's in the area of taxation. And so the government is trying to improve upon that. The previous administration, you could say they did a little bit well with taxation, but with Bola Tinubu, you know that he will want to improve upon that. And to the fact that, again, coupled with the fact that we don't even have money to carry out projects, so we need to begin to look at revenue, every other time. One of the big areas you can make revenue from is from taxes. So you should learn now to develop a proper tax system as an individual or as a business person. It's very important. You begin to engage tax consultants and you begin to see how you can begin to pay your tax based on what you earn. Or if you're into business, you need to begin to develop a good taxing system, because that is going to determine the expansion of your business. Because a lot of businesses will not get loan from the bank if you don't have a good tax system. So you need to develop a good tax system. And if you're an individual, the banks have started it already. You want to get effects, you want to travel, they say you must bring your tax certificate, your tax receipt, to be sure that you are paying taxes. So it's time for you to begin to look at taxes. How can I improve on my taxes payment? Now, I haven't talked about taxation. How can I reduce my taxation? One, investment. Any investment you do, that investment will not be taxed until you are exiting that investment. So if you are investing in an investment for the 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and you are still in that investment cannot be taxed. So even if that investment is growing in capital appreciation, or even when you are collecting dividend from that investment, remember that dividend will be taxed directly from source. What we call withholding tax, 10% will be collected directly from sources. So if you want to reduce your taxation, then you need to begin to look at investment. Second area that you can reduce your taxation is in the area of life insurance policy. If you are paying life insurance policy, that will reduce the payment you tend to do in terms of taxation. 3, on that area again that will reduce your taxation is medical insurance. If you are into medical insurance, we're talking about the health insurance scheme for your family or for yourself, that will also bring down your taxation. So by and large, what I'm saying in essence, build your credit system, then get a very good tax system in place where it can be traceable, and also to reduce your taxation, begin to look at investment, begin to look at building up a life insurance policy for yourself and for your family, or even for your children. And lastly, also make sure you take your health insurance scheme seriously. Those can reduce the amount you pay in terms of taxes.